If you want to check out different content from myself, I've just set up a second channel where I'm going to post fitness and things. The link for that will be in the description. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Norwich City career mode. We're still in the Europa League. This is the second leg against Club Brugge. We are 1-0 up from the first leg. We're still in the FA Cup. We have that to play in this episode. And of course, we are still not really in the league like title race, but we are still trying to achieve our best ever finish. So, first, Club Brugge, Mignolet in goal, and then a bunch of players I've never heard of before. That's just standard when it comes to the Europa League, I think. But we are 1-0 up. And I did take the opportunity to maybe rest a few players because of how not easy the first game was. Because it wasn't easy, but it wasn't difficult. However, they made it a little bit more difficult for us, scoring a goal in the first 6 minutes of the game. That gives them the away goal. That put me not on the back foot because now all of a sudden they have an advantage over us. Yes, we're the home side, but if they score another goal, we have to score twice. Kubo gets in here, takes a shot, great save from arguably one of the best goalkeepers of all time, Simon Mignolet. Gilmour comes forward and plays a ball through to Jonathan David. Gilmour carries on his run, incidentally, but he's been matched for pace with the defender. Ball played through to Gravenberch. Goalkeeper called upon again, and what a save from Mignolet. Ball played forward. As you can see, we are edging possession, 57%. Still the first half an hour on the clock. Ball through to Sangar, who puts it wide of the mark. We are close, but we're not quite there. And one goal, it wouldn't settle my nerves because I know that if they scored, we'd still need another one. But I was thinking to myself, well, we're going to need to score anyway. So we need to get it as soon as we can. And there he is. Jonathan David pops up with his first goal of the evening, 35 minutes on the clock. And like I said, I did use the opportunity to half rest a few players. I mean, they weren't really rested, but they were at the same time. Kubo hits the post, ball comes back out. A lot of our big names are on the bench. Gordon has started, for example. Gravenberch doesn't normally start. He's started. Sangar as well. Bashiri, the centre-back, is a youth centre-back. And unfortunately, he wasn't up to the job. Neither was anybody else. Club Brugge have made it 2-1. We are now really on the back foot. We need 2 goals. We desperately need... Well, no, we don't need 2 goals. We need 1 goal. Yeah, that didn't make that much of a difference, did it? We need 1 goal. We need to equalise because we'd still be 3-2 up over the... there you go. So now it's 3-2 on aggregate, right? I'm so confused. Yeah, 3-2 on aggregate. We didn't need to win the game because we'd already won 1-0. Had the game been 1-1 in the first leg, then we would have needed a second goal. There you go. I'm not confused. I know what I'm doing. Fortunately, though, Jonathan David put it all beyond all doubt in the 90th by scoring his 3rd goal of the evening, picking up the match ball, unidentified. That's his real name. Oh, EA. Oh, EA. But either way, we march on. It wasn't the easiest of second legs. I made it a little bit too hard for myself, really, by resting a few players. But it needed to be done because we needed to make sure that we had players fit for the league game against Wolves. We have Manchester City in the FA Cup coming up after this game as well. So I had one eye on that. That's why Rafael Leao featured against Club Brugge. He came on. He helped out in the win, but he didn't start. And he's not starting again today because once more, we need to rest players. Sarr goes through on goal. He does really well to get round the outside of the defender, or rather on the inside of the defender, and gets his shot off and scores. 13 minutes in, and we are cruising. They do not look like attacking at all. We are just piling everyone forward. Every time Sarr touches the ball, I feel like he could score. He lays it off beautifully to Barco. There's a T in beautiful, but apparently I didn't want to use it. And he steals Rafael Leao's trademark celebration. 2-0 up, half an hour on the clock, and we nearly make it 3. Barco hits the side netting. Then, all of a sudden, as if we're playing foot champs, things take a turn. Diogo Jota goes down the left-hand side, plays an ambitious ball in, and it turns out to be one of the best crosses you'll ever see. And Divock Origi puts it in to make it 2-1. Adama Traore takes a short corner to Diogo Jota again. A little flick from Dendoncker, I believe. And what the hell? Like, what the actual hell is Tim Krul doing there? What are you doing, mate? 2-2. Our 2-goal lead wiped out in almost as many minutes. Absolutely shocking. We go up the other end just before the break, and Sarr puts us back in front 3-2. But what a dramatic first half of football that was. And it turns out that was all she wrote, because the second half was the most boring affair you'll ever see. We win the game 3-2, but my days, did we make that difficult for ourselves. Speaking of making things difficult, we go into the next game. It is an FA Cup. I can't remember what round we're in, actually. It's got to be quite far, though. We've won a few games. Either way, we have been drawn up against Manchester City, a team who are leading the Premier League. They've sorted out their defensive issues. They can now play Milinkovic-Savic as a centre mid rather than a left back. We have a full strength side, although I have chosen to play Sangar instead of Renato Sanchez. Everyone else is a sort of first team regular, and there's no way of sugarcoating this. We were awful, and they weren't. And that was the problem right from the beginning. And it was a problem till, well, the end of the game, really. We just weren't good enough. And they were fantastic. And that's just the way it goes. So their first goal came from Bernardo Silva. No, it didn't. I'm lying. It came from whoever that is. Chiesa. Bernardo Silva should have scored. Bounced back to Chiesa and he scores. And then, still in the first half, 36, 37 minutes in, Kevin De Bruyne manages to dance around 17 players. Plays it back to Bernardo Silva, who this time scores. I think that's Bernardo Silva. I don't know who is scoring these goals, and I don't much care. What I do care about is the fact that we've been dumped out of the FA Cup. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I went on team pressing, overload ball side to try and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Rafael Leao is trying his hardest to drag everyone forward, puts it across goal, and we can't even score an open goal, and that's when you know it's not going to be your day. Jonathan David is just off the back of a hat-trick against Club Brugge, and he can't put that in against an open goal. Raheem Sterling has scored 8 in his last 3. He wasn't on the score sheet today, but he did assist Chiesa for his second and Manchester City's third of the evening, and that was enough to see us off. We were absolutely abysmal. It was Bernardo Silva who scored that second, but yeah, we were terrible. Absolutely no complaints from me. It was the 5th round of the FA Cup. There we go. I mean, it would have been an unreal fixture in the next one. We would either face Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, or maybe one of the other teams that were in the group in the round. But either way, it would have been a mountain to climb. And speaking of mountains to climb, we do have a game in hand. However, we are 10 points adrift of Manchester City. We are doing quite well in terms of, cementing second. I think 4th is ours, to be honest. We're 12 points clear of Wolves with a game in hand. So I'm not too concerned about finishing top 4. It's just a case of how close to Man City can we finish. That is going to take maybe another step forward or a step backwards in the next match because we play Liverpool. I do like playing Liverpool in this game, but they have made a number of personnel changes, so they probably won't play the way they normally play, which could make things a little bit difficult. Find out what happens at the very first match in the next episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, though, do me a favour and hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot, of course. Subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.